Fahim, you can also record the session.
How?
So right below, if you look in your meeting, you'll see everyone right below. This session is being recorded. Oh, so Srinivas, you're recording it?
Yes, I'm recording it, but if you want, you can record it. I will stop it.
Okay. Can you let us record it if that's okay?
Yeah, Sami, I am recording the meeting. No worries. Fahim, I made you as an organizer. You can also record the session at your end. Anyway, I am recording the session. Sir, continue the session, sir.
Yeah. Okay. So, Fahim, can we start the session?
Yeah, let's start.
Yeah. So you're able to see my screen, right?
Mm-hmm.
So this is the PowerPoint presentation. I made it for .NET. So we'll go through this PPT throughout our discussion. So what is .NET basically? The basic definition for .NET. So is .NET a technology or it's a programming language? What it's basically? So .NET is a platform or it's a framework which consists of different technologies and different programming languages. So .NET consists of ASP.NET, HTML, JavaScript, those are web technologies, and C#, .NET, VB.NET. Like this, we have more than 32 languages. So .NET is a platform or a framework which consists of different technologies and different programming languages. By using .NET, what you can do, you can design your application. Design is nothing but the look and feel, the UI part, and you can develop the application. Like you can write the code when you click on some button, whether we have to store this data into database or we have to made a service call. So we will write the code for that particular button, and you can debug the code. So debugging is nothing but at runtime you can analyze the code at runtime, how the objects are building, how the code is behaving at runtime exactly. So and you can deploy the code. Deployment is nothing but it's ready for use. For Windows applications you will make exes, and for web applications we will use web deployment. Okay, so all these activities you can do with .NET, and you can develop different kinds of application. Like we have Windows applications, we have web applications, we have service oriented applications and mobile application, console application, and there is a big list. So this is a definition for .NET. .NET is a platform or a framework which consists of different technologies and different programming languages. You can design, develop, debug, and deploy your applications of different kinds of applications like Windows, web, service, and mobile, etc., etc. And if you see the history of the .NET, we know .NET is a Microsoft product. But prior to this .NET, from the same Microsoft, we have two major technologies, like one is VB and one is Classic ASP. And these two technologies are very popular and very successful at that time. Generally, when we have successful technologies, we will try to upgrade them. But instead of upgrading these two technologies, Microsoft abandoned these two, and they went for new programming or new platform, that is .NET. So why? Because this VB and Classic ASP has some limitations and some disadvantages, and this is the information. When you are using VB 6.0, this VB means not VB.NET, it's VB 6.0. So when you're using VB 6.0, you can develop only Windows applications. So no web development is possible by using VB, and there is no strong framework in the VB. And when you are working on Classic ASP, you can develop only web applications. There is no programming language support for ASP applications. Either you have to use VB script or JavaScript, and when you are using scripting languages, you will have a limitation. You cannot write whatever you want, and you cannot extend the code. And all the controls in ASP are client-side controls, all plain HTML controls you have to use. And debugging is very difficult in ASP. I personally worked on ASP, so I know the pains, how difficulty working in ASP and how easy working in .NET. So please stop me if you have any questions, okay? And these are the system requirements for your .NET applications, okay? So you need Windows XP, but you can remove this Windows XP option because Microsoft itself, they stopped this Windows XP, okay? And any of the Windows Vista 7, 8, 10 client Windows versions, and all Windows Server operating systems will support .NET Framework. And you need minimum 512 RAM, and the disk space is 4.5 GB, and processor minimum 1 gigahertz. And these are the framework versions you have in .NET. So here framework is nothing but when you want to deploy your .NET applications, or when you want to work with your .NET applications, your .NET applications will be there, and your framework will be there, and your operating system will be there. So your .NET applications will be communicated to your framework, and the framework will be communicated to operating system. So you need framework as a like a software which will facilitate .NET applications. And these are the different framework versions till now we have. So 5.0 is the latest version, and first version is 1.1, and there are drastic changes in each and every version. Till 2.0 we can separate, or we can put some barricade, and from 3.0 to 4.5 or 4.0 we have a group of functionalities, and from 4.5 to 5.0 we have again a lot of changes. And again in Visual Studio also we have these are the versions. So from 2012 and 13, 15 you can install any one of those Visual Studio versions. So 2010 Visual Studio become outdated, but 2012, 13, 15 any one of these is fine. So you have you install any Visual Studio in your system?
Yeah, I have Visual Studio.
Which version you installed?
2015 Community.
Yeah, then it's fine. So you have all the like latest features. You can go through it. And when you are installing Visual Studio, you no need to again install a framework explicitly. So the relevant framework will be installed with the Visual Studio. And so what are the advantages of using .NET? So when they so these are the advantages of using .NET. Rapid application development feature. Hello. Hello. ఎందుకు పవర్ కొట్టేస్తున్నారు? అది ఆయన రాసుకోరాను. పవర్ కట్ అయిందండి. పవర్ కట్ అయింది. రావాలి. ఒక 5-10 minutes వెయిట్ చేయండి. ఇప్పుడైతే ఫ్రీక్వెంట్ అదే రెగ్యులర్ కట్ ఏం లేదు, కానీ మేబీ ఏదన్నా మెయింటెనెన్స్ కట్ ఏమో. ఓకే.
డేటా కార్డ్ కొనుక్కుంటే ఎంత ఇస్తుంది డేటా కార్డ్కి?
రీఛార్జ్ చేయించుకుంటుంటారు.
అది మనం ఒకసారి రీఛార్జ్ చేయించుకొని అవసరం ఉన్నప్పుడే వాడాలి.
సరే పట్టు.